I had seen hundreds of photos and videos of Dudhsagar Falls, but nothing prepared me for seeing it in person. The journey itself turned out to be just as beautiful as the destination. Hi everyone, I am Rohit. I will share my complete Dudhsagar trekking experience along with everything you need to know before planning your trip. From how to reach Dudhsagar to entry fees, guide charges, what to carry, and some important tips from my personal experience. So let's begin. How to reach Dudhsagar? There is a daily train from Bengaluru that leaves at around 3 pm and travels via Hubballi. It reaches Kulem railway station at approximately 2:30 am. Now here is a very important point. Do not try to get down at Dudhsagar station. It is strictly not allowed. Instead, get down at Kulem station. The jungle trekking route opens at 7:30 am. So if you are arriving at 2:30 in the morning, waiting at the station for 5 hours can be very tiring. The washroom facilities are also not that great. That's why I recommend taking a room in Kulem. Depending on the season, it may cost around 1500. You can rest, freshen up, have breakfast and start your trek comfortably. Entry fees and guide charges. Before entering the forest route, you need to pay the jungle entry fees. The entry fees is approximately 327 per person. You will also need a guide. If the group has 10 people, the guide charges is around 3000 rupees. So per person will be around 300 rupees. We were 4 people, so our guide charges came to 750 per person. Adding the entry fees, the total cost was around 1077 per person, and honestly it was completely worth it because we could enjoy the waterfalls, relax near the river and spend time without any rush. Many people join shared group to reduce cost, but there is one problem. People in the group may have different train timings. Because of that, they often have to return early. Some groups starts heading back around 3:30 pm. If possible, go with your own group and hire a complete guide for your group. You will have much more freedom and enough time to enjoy the place properly. Starting the trek. At the entrance, there is a checkpost. You need to register your details before entering the forest. The total distance for us, including the return journey, was around 25 kilometers. When we start our trekking, after 7 kilometers, you will find a few small cafes. You can get tea, coffee, Maggie and some small snacks there. It is a good place to take a short break. As you continue further, you will reach a beautiful river and a bridge. Cross the bridge and continue towards Dudhsagar Falls. And trust me, the views along the way are absolutely amazing. Once you reach the falls, take photos, enjoy the view and spend some time there. But please stay safe. Avoid going too close to strong water currents. Now let me share my personal experience. The trek was actually not very difficult. I wore trekking shoes, but every time we crossed a river, I had to remove my shoes, cross the water and wear them again. After few crossings, it became quite annoying. Meanwhile, some of my friends were wearing simple flip-flops and they crossed the river much more easily. At one point, I even wondered, why did I bring trekking shoes? If you are used to trekking regularly, you find this trek easy. But if you are a beginner, I would still recommend proper trekking shoes for safety. Only the last section felt slightly challenging. The rest of the routes were quite manageable. Best part of taking a guide for your group. The biggest advantage of having our own guide was time. We were not in a hurry. We spent a lot of time near the river. We sat on the railway track. We made instant tea using hot water that we carried. And honestly, those small moments became some of the best memory of the trip. Things to carry. Now let's talk about what you should carry. Raincoat, umbrella, water bottle, snacks, basic first aid kit. And most importantly, do not carry unnecessary luggage. Remember, you will be walking around 25 kilometers. The lighter your bag, the better your experience. Now let me tell you about one mistake that I made. I used only rain cover for my backpack. I thought that would be enough, but at the end of the trek, water had entered my bag and many of the things got wet. My friends used raincoats that covered both of themselves and their backpacks, and their bags stayed completely dry. If you are visiting during monsoon, make sure your backpack is properly protected. Thank you so much for watching. If this guide helped you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, have a safe and wonderful trip to Dudhsagar Falls.